What's up everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Strength Classroom. Tonight we're going to talk about my ways that I found to get a strong overhead press. Number one, this might sound obvious, but you have to make it a priority in your training. The last little while I've only been using it as an assistance lift for higher reps, and really I couldn't get over a plate pressing that way because I would use more volume, multiple sets, and it was hard to progress weight-wise. So by only limiting myself to keeping it as an assistance lift, my top end strength in my overhead press was really lacking as I was biasing my programming to bench pressing. So that's number one. If you want a big overhead press, you have to treat it like a main movement and make it a priority in your training. Number two, I talked about this in a previous video. Experiment with using a false grip. I find more comfortable when I use a false grip. I find the bar tracks better over my head, and I find I have a more powerful pressing pattern when I use it. Number three, you have to treat this as a full body exercise because it is. As you're pressing, you want to be strong. You want to have your abs engaged. You want to have that 360-degree core strength. Your lower back is rock solid. Your upper back is arched. You have to imagine yourself pushing off your upper back musculature, much like in a bench press, you push off the bench. Another cue, you have to have your quads contracted. Don't try and get a little leg drive in because that defeats the purpose of the exercise. I find overhead pressing, because the amount of weight is going to be lower that you're going to use, overhead pressing responds really well to volume. So after you're done your top end heavy sets, back down sets are very effective for increasing your... So if you work up to a 90% set or an 80% set, work also in that 60 to 75% range for sets of 4 to 8 reps. I find this really benefits my overhead press and just my overall shoulder strength and size. Let's wrap up this video with conclusion. Number one, experiment with a false grip when overhead pressing. It might feel more comfortable to you and be able to make you press more. Number two, treat it as a priority and a main lift in your training. Treat it as a full body exercise. Make sure everything is tight and solid. A solid foundation will equal a heavier press. Number four, use some additional volume in your training to make your overhead press stronger. So that's all the time I have for tonight. If you liked the video, please click that like button. Subscribe to my channel if this video helped you in any way, shape, or form. Share the videos with your friends if you think they'll like them as well. And as always, class is dismissed.